In the autumn of 1066, a king lay dead, and a crown hung in the balance. From the south, William the Conqueror sharpened his sword. But from the north came a different kind of storm, one of dragon-headed longships and ancient axes. This was not just a battle for a throne, it was a final, apocalyptic clash between England and the ghost of its Viking past. The architect of this storm was Harald Hardrada, King of Norway. A true Viking legend, a giant of a man who had fought as a mercenary from the frozen rivers of Russia to the glittering palaces of Constantinople. He was a throwback to the age of Ragnar Lothbrok, and he carried a burning ambition, to reclaim the throne of England, which he believed was his by a promise made to his predecessor decades before. He saw a perfect opportunity in 1066. The English king, Edward the Confessor, was dead. The powerful Harold Godwinson had seized the throne, but his claim was weak and contested. Harold Godwinson's own brother, Tostig, bitter and exiled, sailed to Norway and offered Harald Hardrada his alliance. It was the perfect storm. Hardrada's ambition, combined with Tostig's insider knowledge and thirst for revenge. In September 1066, the largest Viking fleet anyone could remember, over 300 longships carrying nearly 10,000 warriors, landed on the English coast. They marched on York, the ancient heart of the old Viking kingdom of Jorvik. The northern English earls, Edwin and Morcar, marched out to meet them at the Battle of Fulford. They were utterly crushed. The road to York was open. England's first line of defense had shattered. Victory seemed certain for the Vikings. But what Harald Hardrada did not know, what he could not possibly foresee, was the incredible speed of the English response. King Harold was in the south, watching for William's invasion from Normandy. The moment he heard the news from the north, he made a staggering decision. He force-marched his entire army, his elite housecarls and his levied fyrd, northwards. They covered an astonishing 185 miles in just 4 days. It was one of the most remarkable military marches in history. As the Vikings, confident and victorious, arranged to receive hostages from York at the small village of Stamford Bridge, Harold's whirlwind of an army was already upon them. The Vikings, basking in their triumph, were about to be ambushed by an army they believed was hundreds of miles away. And between them and survival stood a single, narrow bridge, and one legendary warrior who would hold it alone. As the English vanguard descended, the Vikings on the east bank of the River Derwent were trapped. The only escape was across a narrow wooden bridge. To buy time for their main force to form a shield wall, one Norse Berserker, a giant of a man, took his stand upon that bridge. Armed with a massive Dane axe, he became an unbreakable dam. He cut down the first English soldiers to charge him, then the next, and the next. For a critical, agonizing hour, this single warrior held the entire English army at bay, his legend being forged with every swing of his axe. But how long could one man stand against a kingdom's wrath?